Alright gang, welcome back to our survival challenge here on New Frontier. It is December. I moved on to December day 2 just to get us a little bit closer to the next month, obviously. Now, I've purchased the small fertilizer spreader. I've got it full here. I think it'll be enough to fertilize the field. I hope it will be. But we'll find out, I guess. If I have to make another trip, I have to make another trip. But you also might notice that I only have $916. I've been busy. I've been very, very busy. And I'm going to show you what that means here in just a second. So, obviously, I've been doing a lot of forestry work. And a mod has finally come out. We have a sawmill, gang. So I started recording this video. Well, I didn't really start recording. I started working on cutting all the trees down. I was thinking about doing a recording at that point. I decided to hold off and see what happened Tuesday. So I'm recording this one Tuesday night after work, technically. And there's some new mods out. And one of those mods was this sawmill. So it looks to be better than the other one was. This, just to kind of give you a ballpark here, let me get to it really quick. It's 120 cycles per month. It cost me 50 grand, so I did a lot of tree work. It cost 50 grand. I don't have anything in it now. We got to pull some stuff over here. But the cheaper one, well, I say the cheaper one, it's like 36 grand. The small one that came standard out the box, vanilla, it only does like 40, I think, cycles per month, or 20-something cycles per month. I don't know. It's not many. So this has a significant amount more cycles per month, which means we should get wood beams, planks, etc., all of that at a quicker pace. I'm very excited. We may not need the wood trailer and the log fork anymore. We'll have to see, right? Because a lot of it, I think, we're just going to be taking to the sawmill, selling it directly out of there, or turn it into pallets and put it on a flatbed of some sort, right? And then just go in and selling them that way. So we'll see, but we'll see what happens. But either way, we actually have a sawmill now. I'm super excited about it. We will be putting wood in there today. I've already knocked down a couple of trees over there, as you can tell. Actually, is that tree limb floating in the... It looks like it's floating in the air to me. It is floating in the air. Okay, well, we've got a floating tree limb. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get rid of that or not. But, okay, there's that as well, I guess, to deal with. But in any case, we're going to start off, first thing first, doing the second application of fertilizer here on our field. No, I'm so used to the other... series that I'm running currently, and they all have a much wider width than this one is, so I gotta get used to it. I think we'll be able to get the whole field done here, because it doesn't seem like it's taking a ton here, but if we have to run back up there, we have to run back up there. There's nothing for it, right? A very Merry Christmas to all of you. This should be coming out the day after Christmas. It should be the 26th when this comes out. If I'm mistaken, I apologize, but either way, Merry Christmas to you. Hopefully you had a good Christmas with family and friends and all that good stuff. Did you get anything good? Let me know down below. I won't know what I have yet because I'm recording this before then, but since I'm going to, I've said this before on other series, I don't know if I've talked about it on this one yet or not, but since I'm going to Vegas in January, which coincidentally is when my birthday is, I'm hoping I get a little bit of gift cards for restaurants or things like that in Vegas to save myself a few bucks, right? We'll see what happens, but that's what I'm hopeful for. I know it's not really the most exciting thing to open up gift cards, but I would be pretty excited about them, so. Yeah. So things are starting to come together finally. We actually have something. I know we had talked about doing a few other things, but since that sawmill came up on Mod Hub, and I was like, that I have to do it. I have to. So I went heavy on getting rid of some trees. It may not look like it because there is so many trees on this plot of land, but we have got rid of a ton of trees, gang. I promise you it's been a ton. A lot. So, but we probably won't get a whole lot of the beams and everything today, but once they start producing them, guess what? We can start taking at least some of them up there to our log cabin, right, and start working on that construction project. Which is good, man. We're making good progress here. I was expecting that we weren't going to get a sawmill for a little bit longer, right? We had talked about a bigger fertilizer spreader, but when that came out, it was a no-brainer for me. I was like, well, we'll utilize this small one, and it seems to be okay. I mean, I'm going through the whole field here. We still have a little under 50% here, so it should be perfectly fine for us to do it for a while. As long as we keep the fields around this, this size, we should be good. Now, there is also the buying silos, if you recall, if you've been around watching my channel for a while, and if you're not and you're new, I'll let you know now, but there's another mod that came out. I think it was actually last week. But there's a mod that came out for a buying silo. What that basically means is you can buy some of the stuff you require from the silo directly. So fertilizer, seeds, etc. Right? You could just buy that directly from the silo instead of having to go all the way up to the shop and bringing it all the way back. So we'll probably utilize that as well, just because we're so far away from the shop. More than likely. But it's not cheap. Well, it's not super expensive, but we don't have anywhere near the amount of money we need for it right now, and we won't for a little while. $916 is really not a ton of money. We really need to probably sell some more wood, actually. Honestly, you probably need to sell one more trailer load of wood just to make sure that we're okay, right? We've got a little bit of a buffer there because we do have that loan, right? It's a small amount of loan. It's only $100,000, but it is still a loan. It's still a couple $100 a month that we're having to pay in interest towards that. And, then we've got the fees and everything from the land itself, right? And the equipment and everything else. So, and I don't know what the fees and everything are going to be or whatever it's going to cost for the sawmill either, right? I don't know. All right. That field should be all good to go. Let's just double check and make sure I didn't miss anything specifically. Well, this is the area that we had talked about in the last time, right? Where it didn't have that first application of fertilizer. Nothing I can do about it now. It's already been germinated, so it is what it is. But we're good there. So, we can do a couple of things today. One, obviously, we're going to be pulling some trees over here. Now, I want to talk about the trees for a quick second here. I apologize. I should have wrote your name down before I started the episode. I did not do it. I'm sorry. But somebody mentioned in the comments that I should utilize a twig or a branch as the 6 meter width, so then I can just move it around and cut things or cut the trees, without having to just spray paint the ground. And it's not a bad idea. So I have one over here as well that is a one I can pick up. The Scotch pine. It's 6 meters, perfectly the same length. The only problem I think we might have with this, and we'll have to test it out, but the only problem I could think might be an issue is after I cut it. So, example, right? If I cut here, right, on this side, and then I cut the end of it here, right, to get 6 meters, when I move this down from here all the way down to here, it might be kind of difficult for me to find the part the line that I cut at. I don't know if you get what I mean or not, but unless I move the log itself, it might not be as easy to find it. And I still kind of think with the sawmill now, and actually let me turn on the triggers here. I think it's over here. I was going to say I thought it was over here. So with the sawmill here, and I need to do a little bit of work around the edges. I know that. Just gloss over that for a minute, gang. We don't have a whole lot of money right now, so it was limited to what I could do. Like I need to kind of pull the land up here a little bit, right? Try to smooth it out a little bit. Anyway, with the sawmill here, and with this being the area that you push them into, I almost think it's worth me doing a spray paint, of 6 meters here, 6 meters here, 6 meters here, whatever it is, right? And then I can literally just push them into here. Does that make sense? If I take the winch and I pull, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 trees and get them all lined up next to each other right here, but then I have the ground spray painted in the front where I can actually see where 6 meter widths are, and then I just kind of cut it going backwards on each thing and then just take the winch and push it in. I feel like that's the best bet. But the other thing we need to make sure next thing we need to make sure that we pay attention to, or we notice within this, does this sawmill require us to cut them to 6 meters to get the full length? Some sawmills do, some don't. All right, so if I take it here, a full tree here, we need to see how much I get for a full tree, and then I need to put in a 6 meter cut length tree and see what I get from that. So that's what my first objective here is going to be. I'm going to leave those triggers on for just a second here, gang, just until we're able to get all of this sorted out and kind of figured out, I guess. Let's see. So I think what I want to do actually first, now that I see this, I want to move this stump grinder really quick here. Oh, just run right into the stump there, or run right into the equipment there, Z. There is a stump here I see, which might be causing issues with me trying to ground formation this, right? Trying to smoothen out the ground. Let me get rid of this stump. I'm always going to miss these stumps. There's going to be ones I miss. I mean, you can do the best you can to try to find them, and unless I'm like getting rid of them as soon as I cut the tree, it's going to be hard to get them all, right? You're going to miss some. It's just going to happen. It's bound to. So let's just put it here for now. We need to get a shed soon, too. That's another objective we need to start working on. I talked about that a while ago. We didn't do it for a number of reasons, but we probably should start focusing on a shed now and start building out the yard now. So let's pull this tree out. See what happens with if I think it's this tree right here, the one that we cut here. Let's see if that floating branch there goes away or not. All right, we are stuck in another tree, so we are gonna have to get rid of that. It's one of those, it's one of these twig-like trees that are a pain in the ass. Come on, there we go. Yeah, hopefully you're doing well, like I said. All that good stuff. Okay, can I move? I wonder if I can move it now. I wonder if I actually even need to move those. Yeah, perfect. So, no, it's still going to be stuck in the air. So that's a little disappointing, but I guess it is what it is. It's going to be there. Nothing I can do about it. Now, I'm going to delimb this, though, before I put it in here. I'm going to delimb it. But we're going to see... Really, I need to make sure that whatever I put in here is the exact same size tree, though. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't do that, we're probably not going to get an accurate figure here. My assumption is I still need to trim them down to 6 meters, but I don't know. I've been wrong many times before. You guys have always been good enough to point it out when I've done something incorrectly, and I am not perfect, so that is going to happen a lot. And this thing is stuck in there, so that's not going to work. So I think we might have to wait and try to get another 2 trees that are similar size. 12.7. What is this? 30. Ooh, those are way different. So I tell you what, this is an easy way to do it. Let's pack this out for a second. Ignore what I just talked about for a second. The easiest way to do it is to get 2 of the small little trees. They're slightly bigger than 6 meters, I think. .3. Alright, so I can pick up 9.3 from that aspen tree. There are other ones that are smaller, I know that for a fact. It's not that guy, there's smaller ones. Where's the small ones at? Here we go. Here we go. This guy over here. This is going to be able to tell us, right, if we're getting a similar amount or not. Because if I can trim this down to around 6 meters, which I should be able to. If I go bring that twig over there, I definitely can, right? That we chopped, and I showed you at the beginning. If I bring that over here, I absolutely can, you know, trim it down to 6 meters exactly. But this is 7.3, which is kind of what I was talking about. Something similar or close to the amount we need here. Okay. So bear with me for a second here. I'm going to go grab that other twig and we'll bring it over here really quick, and we're going to trim that 7.3 down to an exact 6 meter width, and we're going to figure this out. All right, here we go. Let's give this a shot here. Should be, so I mean, we're literally just chopping down the end here. If it'll even let me. I don't even know if it's going to let me, actually. There we go. All right, perfect. That should be a perfect 6 meter width. Well, 5.9. Close enough. It's close enough. All right. So let's put the big one in here first, 9.3. In theory, if it takes the full tree, this should give us more, right? 252 liters of wood. Okay, perfect. So this should give us less than that. Or the same amount. 252, 343. So yeah, I don't think it matters. I think I can pull the whole entire wood tree in there. I don't think it makes a difference anymore. So this is going to save us a ton of time. I don't necessarily have to worry about my whole little spray painting idea or utilizing that small one. I think I'm going to keep them just pushed off to the side for now, and if we need to, you know, use them later on, we have them. And I might eventually still do my little spray paint trick here anyway, even if we don't end up utilizing it, because I might need it whenever we need to make a quick trip to the, you know, sell point or something, right? We might need to. So I think that's what we're going to roll here. So if I put this big dog in here, it should give us a ton. Way more than those other ones did. Hopefully everything I just said makes sense, and hopefully I didn't confuse anybody, but... Alright, how much we got in here now? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. We are golden! This is going to be great. Let's do a quick save. This is going to save us so much time. So much time. Especially my off-camera work time. It's going to save me so much time. Oh, that's glorious. Absolutely glorious. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so where's this tree at? Here it is. I don't want to lose it. So I'm going to put it back here. I think the pallets are going to spawn right here. There's the wood chips too. I think they're going to spawn here. So I'm going to put it like here. It should be okay, I think. I hope. That way we always have it if we need it. And I might bring the other one over here as well and kind of back it up there. But if I can't for whatever reason, we've got this one and we can always make another one, right? So let's turn it on, because first of all, we don't have it on. We want to turn that sucker on. Let's turn it on, baby. Yes. I love it. And then it's going to make us wood chips as well, which is awesome, right? Now, I don't know if there's a way... I guess there's not. I was going to say, I don't know if there's a way to automatically turn the wood chips onto selling. I guess not. I guess I'm going to have to get a bucket then to get the wood chips out. Which, that's fine. That's fine. Wood chips make good money for us, so I'm fine with that. I probably don't need to delimb these either, based off of what we just figured out. Maybe I do, but I'm gonna go at it like I don't need to delimb them and just see what happens. If I don't need to delimb them, man, it's gonna be a breeze for us to start making profit off the sawmill here and actually be able to start working on building our log cabin, which is huge, right? That's key. Okay, evidently we were getting stuck on the ground there. Uh-oh. It's not taking the tree. Maybe I do need to delimb them then. Maybe that's the problem. It's getting stuck in the ground, and until I delimb it, it won't... Ooh, it's still not accepting it. Uh-oh. Perhaps I do need to at least cut it in half then, maybe? Weird. Alright, well, I guess I need to cut them in half then. That one's just too big. I guess it makes sense, right? I guess it makes sense. That or I'm just doing something wrong, which... That's also a very valid thing. I could be doing something wrong here. We are getting stuck constantly right in this area for some reason. It does not like something about this tree and the sawmill here. I can't even move it now. That's not good. Weird. Okay, so it's just this guy here keeps getting stuck. So let me see if I can... I'm going to get rid of some more of these trees around the sawmill too. Even though I kind of like them near it, I'm probably going to get rid of some of them. Just to make it a little bit easier on us, right? To maneuver things around here. I can still leave some behind the sawmill, but maybe some of these ones that are, you know, like this guy here and this guy here, probably can remove those. It doesn't like that tree. For whatever reason, it does not like that big tree. That is weird, man. Huh. I wonder if that's something to do with the mod or the ground or what it is right now. It doesn't like it. That is bizarre. Huh. Okay, well, I guess I'll just push it up to the end here and hope that eventually at some point it'll accept it, I guess. I don't know what else to do with it. Go sell it, I suppose, huh? That was dumb. See, why'd you go back to do the same thing there? It was dummy. Alright, I'll just leave it there, I guess, for now. Well, that's disappointing, but it is what it is. It holds 150,000 liters of wood, so I was going to say, there's no way it's full already. It holds a ton of wood. I wish this, I mean, I get why it's there. That's more realistic for a sawmill, but I kind of wish it wasn't here, that little conveyor belt-like thing, right? Where you throw the wood, you would roll the wood, excuse me, into the sawmill, right? Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. It's taking every other tree, no problem, but that one, pff, weird. Okay. So we've got some wood in there. It's going to be able to work with that for a little bit. We need to put a lot more in there. But I don't want to do a big, massive time-lapse of me just putting a bunch of trees in there. So let's knock down a few more, and then we'll probably do some mowing, I think, and some baling. But that is going to help us out tremendously. You know how long it takes us to drive up to the shop, right? Like I said, a lot of that might just be on all auto selling. But if the price fluctuates a decent amount, which I expect it to, we may end up going the route at some point when we have enough money to do so, which we currently don't, getting like a flatbed trailer. They're not cheap. There's not been a whole lot of cheap ones that have come out on the market. There's a smaller one we can get for $6 grand. Given the amount of trees we have here and the sawmill itself and how much we're going to be dependent upon this sawmill, I don't think the $6,000 one is really even worth our time. It would be useful, I guess, early on, the first couple of episodes probably, with when we're starting to actually produce pallets. But once we get a good amount going, or we're holding on to some because we're making money elsewhere, right? I don't think we're really going to. I don't think we're really going to be able to utilize that. It's just going to be 4, 5, 6 trips to go sell them. That is, of course, unless we put our own sell point down, which I haven't even thought about doing until just now. I don't think they're cheap either. I think they're very expensive, so. Man, we are getting stuck left and right with these trees, aren't we? I guess I should know better. I mean, these trees are huge, so I guess I should know better, but... Yeah, that ain't gonna work. We're gonna have to trim this guy up. There is no way that is gonna work. Let's see. Somewhere around in there is probably good. Can't wait till this grass is fully germinated and we can mow it. It's gonna make us a ton of money. Oh, I forgot to lower down the winch. Jubsy. It's gonna make us a ton of money. We'll get it down here soon, gang. We'll get the angles we need to take and everything. We'll get it all sorted out here soon, for sure. How much we got in here now? 7,000. That's good for right now. We'll continue to put more in there for sure, but that's good for right now. Let's go put the winch away. Let's go get the mower. Let's get mowing. We're not going to be able to probably, you know, get a whole lot of grass because we really don't want to mow in our field yet. Put it on the front. It's supposed to go on the front, I know that, but I've been utilizing it on the back in a couple different series, but it works most of the time. Okay. So I think what we're going to do here, gang, which we haven't done yet, well, we're going to mow this whole section over here, the area we know for a fact we can get grass out of. We're going to mow all this. But I also think we're going to kind of head up towards the log cabin here. We really haven't gone very far up here. We kind of turned around like right here. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to go around some of these trees here. There's plenty of grass here. We could be making a lot of money here, and we haven't been doing that, mostly because we had some other things we were doing, right? We were building that field, first of all, and then we had all the tree work that we were doing. But we need to start working heavily here on the mowing again now. Now that we've got our sawmill and we can actually start producing for the log cabin, which was a very important piece here, we need to start doing some mowing, heavily mowing. We got all the equipment we need for the mowing, so there's no reason for us not to be mowing all the time. We need to get a bigger mower, but that's going to have to come a little bit later. There's nothing we can do about that right now. Right now, we just don't have the funds for that. We don't have the funds for anything right now, as a matter of fact, but... leaving a little bit of an edge here on purpose next to our field here. I don't really, like I said, I don't want to get into that at all. I want to make sure it grows to its full extent. It does mean that some of this weeded grass is not going to be at the same level with it, but that's okay. It'll get caught up eventually. We're going to get enough stuff going on here soon enough that it won't really matter, I guess is what I'm saying. We're going to get enough stuff going on here soon enough that we're going to get this weeded grass caught up to our actual grass field. I guess is what I'm trying to get at. This is going to be a lot of grass right here, gang. A lot of grass. Might not get all of this up today in this episode. We'll have to see, right? We'll see where we get to as far as the time goes, but I would assume we're moving closer to 30 minutes if we're not already past it by now. All right, well, let's get to work here, gang. It's going to take us a bit, but we're going to get this all mowed up, and then we'll at least bale it. We may not wrap everything today, but we'll at least probably bale everything. I don't know, maybe. We'll see. Maybe we just do half. Maybe we bale half of it. Now that I said that, maybe we bale half. It's a lot of grass. Maybe we bale half of it, and then wrap those half, and then we can do the rest, you know, in the next episode or something. We'll see. We'll see. But either way, let's get to work here. And let's get this done, huh? All right, that was a long time, so we still got a long way to go here, gang. We're not going to get all of it done today. Unfortunately, the episode's getting quite long, so we'll continue to carry on here. I'm going to finish this little section up here, get all these bales done, then we're going to wrap them. What I probably should have been doing in hindsight here, I'm sure somebody's already yelling at me in the comments about it, but I should have probably been mowing while I was baling at the same time. I'd have to get, you know, the hang or used to, I guess, of making sure that I'm not going too fast, right, and stopping and doing what we're doing now, but would have saved me a little bit of time if I did it that way, but too late now. We can do that in the future, right? We can make sure we do that moving forward. Well, until we get more mowers, which I don't think is going to be too long before we do that, since that's going to be, as we talked about, besides the forestry work, that is going to be pretty heavily what we're leaning on here, at least early on. Because we got to get enough money to buy a harvester, right? And that's it's not cheap by any means. Now, granted, we could have bought a harvester with the amount of money we spent for the sawmill, but we really needed that. We have so many trees that is going to be a massive, massive help to us. We're going to make a lot of money, and, as I've mentioned 100 times already, it allows us to start working on our log cabin up there, which I'm very excited about. We still got a decent amount of bales out of what I've baled up so far. There's still a lot of grass to bale up. I didn't even finish the whole mowing up there. So there's still a lot to come, I guess is how I'll say it. And the next episode, that grass should be a little bit more solidified. I don't know for sure if it'll be the best time to mow it yet or not, but it will look a little bit better than it does now. It won't be as patchy, I should say, unless they change the textures on the grass. I don't know. Like I said, this is the first time actually that I've really mowed and baled in any series yet in FS25. I've been doing a lot of other stuff, but not any of the mowing and baling. Baled some straw bales, but not grass bales. Well, not many at least. All right. So this section's all done, I believe. I'm going to come up here because I think there's a little section I missed up here. Actually, you know what? I think I got it. Never mind. All right, let's head back. It's still a lot of bales. There's a lot of bales out here. Do a little bit of a touch-up work here around here on the way back, and we'll pick up the wrapper. We can get some of these guys wrapped up. Now soon, it won't be probably, maybe the next episode, maybe, we'll see. But soon, I want to start incorporating goats or sheep. Probably sheep, since we're doing goats already in another series. Probably sheep. Maybe we do both, who knows. But we'll start incorporating them here soon. Since we have so much grass, and we already have a water tank, it just seems like a no-brainer for us to kind of flip to doing one of the animals that it's really easy to maintain, right? I'm going to go around one more time, and we're going to call it, even if I'm not full enough to do another bale. We're going to go ahead and put this away after we do one more. Okay. Flip around, come back up here. We're going to put this thing away. Probably we'll get another bale out of this. More than likely, on the way back up here. Yep. Easy peasy. Okay, where am I going to put this at? I guess I'll put it over here. doesn't really matter. We don't have anything yet. That's another goal of ours here in the near future. Besides the animals, then another goal is to get a shed going. I've talked about a shed quite a lot, and we decided to put it off for multiple other reasons, which I think were more beneficial for us. But I think it's at this point we've got enough equipment now. It's time to get a shed. We've got a lot of equipment. It's a bit of a mess. Time to actually start, sorting out where our yard's going to be, if all that good stuff, right? Okay, or don't pick it up. That's fine too. I swear I turned everything on. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, I guess it was still just unloading. Or unfolding, rather. Not unloading. This thing's great. It's a little slow, but it's great. I mean, all the bale wrappers are kind of slow, honestly. That's why it's so nice and convenient to have one of the ones where it does it together with the baling, right? Eventually, we'll get to that point, but they're so expensive that it won't be anytime soon, unless one comes out on Mod Hub that saves us a few bucks, right? But more than likely, it's going to be a while before that happens. We're gonna have to service our tractor again here soon. I mean, we've been utilizing this tractor a lot, man. It's been a workhorse for us. We've been utilizing it to move all those trees, and those things are heavy. A lot of wear and tear on the tractor here, for sure. At some point, we probably are gonna have to trade it in and upgrade it for another one, because it's gonna get worse and worse as far as the repairs work goes for it, with how much we're utilizing it. That, or we get enough money to buy another tractor, right? That's another option. I'm on, Z. Get together. Okay, just push it around. That's fine. No problem. No problem. Good job, Z. Way to go, buddy. Dummy. Okay, let's try to go around it again here. This is a mess. It's embarrassing. There you go. I'm going to try to put all of these green pills, as I like to call them, the bales, over here in this little section right here. All the ones over here, at least. Try to move them all over here. There's a little bit of grass there I missed. That's alright. Just making it easier on myself when I have to pick them up to go sell them, right? All right, well, gang, we're going to finish up these last two here. I believe that's the only ones I have remaining that haven't been wrapped. And, yeah, we'll leave the episode here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I'd appreciate it if you hit that like button, smash the subscribe button if you're brand new. Free helps me out an absolute ton. Merry Christmas to you, and more videos in the corners, and I'll see you in the next one.